they were really important for me as a performer too, because if I knew that I was going to be on my moon time, on my menstrual cycle, I might not book a gig during that time, or I would, depending on what kind of energy I wanted to put out into the world. So that was the first thing, and that was also my introduction into expanding my study of astrology. So I was fascinated by, well, first of all, I was just fascinated by that cycle. I started studying astrology probably in the 70s when I was just learning how to read. It was like the first book I read about astrology was Linda Goodman's Sun Signs, and I was like 8 or 9 years old. And then just studying more and more and more about the moon as it applied to me practically, opened me up to then using the moon's energy for manifestation, for magic, basically. And for me, mostly, I have found that magic is very practical. In the 90s and the early 2000s, I was in a group called the Circle of Soul, and we were a ritual performance group. And every month, twice a month at least, we would do performances based on the new moon and the full moon. And we would get people to um, we would perform, and then the people who would come to watch would become participants in these rituals. And it was always we based it on the new moon or the full moon and the zodiac that went with. So that started to expand things. We also did cross-quarter holidays like the solstice, and even the holidays in between those. So like every 6 week increments. So the wheel of the year, the wheel of the seasons, plus the midpoints of each season. And so that leads me to now. Today, December 19th, we have this new moon in Sagittarius. And on the 21st, we also have the solstice. So I might do another video with tarot cards on the solstice. So, like I said, December 19th, 2025, 8:43 p.m. Eastern, we have the moon at 28 degrees Sagittarius.